I heard Caitlin Clark's reason for not playing in Unrivaled. She made the right decision. Caitlin Clark chose not to participate in the inaugural Unrivaled 3x3 tournament in a move presumably rooted in self-care over practicality. So, who could shun the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year's decision after all she's given to the women's game? Clark's choice not to play in the lead was reported in late November of last year following the end of the season, where her team was swept by the Connecticut Sun in the first round of the WNBA playoffs. A league source officially declared that the beloved Hooper wouldn't be one of the 36 players in the league created during a boom of interest in the sport, because she doesn't need the exposure provided by the league, and is prioritizing rest. Created by WNBA stars Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, the Unrivaled 3x3 tournament is a domestic league that provides off-season opportunities for players to improve their income, promote empowerment, and grow women's basketball. With its 14-game schedule airing on TNT Sports and Min-X, coming just 2 months before the next WNBA season. Unrivaled is a game-changer for athletes like Angel Reese, seeking financial steadiness and year-round competition without traveling overseas. Read Ori. Caitlin Clark to benefit from $78 million NBA-defining fever upgrade. Read Ori. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark's comments on Chicago Sky controversy as trio to split up. Players like Sabrina Aramescu, Reese, and Cameron Brink have already embraced the league's vision, and Unrivaled's guarantee of high payouts is undeniably attractive. But the tournament wasn't necessary for Clark, whose financial stability and cultural influence far exceed that of most players. Clark's financial independence sets her apart from the average NBA player and even the all-time greats. Her estimated net worth of $4 million stems from lucrative endorsement deals with brands like Nike, State Farm, and others, making her one of the most marketable athletes in women's sports. On the court, Clark's 4-year, $338,000 rookie contract, with a team option in 2027, is shockingly low compared to her off-court earnings. For context, Las Vegas Aces star Jackie Young, also in Unrivaled for Laces BC, remains the league's highest-paid player, earning $252,450 annually. So why would Clark continue working in her free time when she is already financially free? The demands of Clark's schedule over the past year also show why rest was essential. Her final college game on April 7, 2023, was followed just 8 days later by the WNBA draft, leaving little time for recovery or recreation before her professional debut. The Unrivaled tournament began in January and runs until March 17, significantly shortening her off-season and giving her minimal downtime before the May 16 start of the next WNBA season. As one of the game's most visible and polarizing players, Clark has already done more than her share to promote women's basketball. Her rookie season was the catalyst for the WNBA's 265% increase in ticket sales for the Fever. Clark also helped the WNBA achieve record attendance numbers, including a historic crowd of 20,711 fans for a Fever game against the Washington Mystics, breaking a 25-year league record. Clark's influence goes beyond box scores and stat lines to the point where her aura has unofficially been labeled as the Caitlin Clark effect by the media and fans. Her sheer presence alone has brought record visibility to the WNBA in just one season, rejuvenating interest in a Fever franchise that last won a playoff series in 2015. Even opposing teams benefited from her star power, with ticket sales surging whenever Clark laced up her sneakers in away games. By choosing to sit out Unrivaled, Clark proves her unique position in the sport with long-term financial security and continuing to be a leading ambassador for women's basketball and a voice for underrepresented players in the WNBA. ESPN expert predicts Fever to land big-name player to help Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever entered WNBA free agency with plenty of expectations. After a year that saw them make the playoffs with Caitlin Clark leading the way, the franchise certainly established itself as one of, if not the most promising teams in the league. Indiana has already taken the first step in keeping guard Kelsey Mitchell by extending her core qualifying offer. However, the team still has some work to do in order to elevate itself to true contender status. Defense is expected to be a priority for a Fever squad that had the second worst defensive rating, 107.5, in 2024. It remains to be seen who the Fever will target in free agency or via trade, but a young and promising core, the marketability of the franchise, thanks in large part to luck, and the $78 million training facility they are building are projected to make them an alluring destination.